Thank you everyone for introducing yourselves, but it's time to get started. We'll be doing important work this week in the intersection, and we'll need some tools to engage in this challenging work. In front of you are 4 agreements from Glenn Singleton's book, Courageous Conversations About Race. Please take a moment and preview each of our session's agreements. Okay. The first one is stay engaged. At times during our session, you may feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. If this happens, this is the time to lean in and not lean back. The next agreement is speak your truth. Have mercy. This is for ourselves and for others. People's experiences right now vary widely, and that is okay. Our third agreement, experience discomfort. This one is very important to me. Feeling some discomfort is okay. Lean into it and be okay with it. If you are experiencing discomfort during our time, you are in an optimal zone for learning. And finally, be okay knowing that we're not going to solve all of the issues in one week. This is the beginning of a journey. If we had all the answers, we wouldn't be here. Are there any questions about our agreements? No? Okay. Are there any particular agreements we have that you already know you may have trouble with? Yeah, I get it. I understand. And thank you for sharing. And the reason I ask this, by simply acknowledging any particular agreement you may have trouble with, provides you with the opportunity to lean into it and mitigate it from being an obstacle to your learning this week. When I think about adult learning, it is essential to recognize that educators, like students, have diverse needs, experiences, and motivations. During our time this week, I hope that you'll experience one, if not all, of the following. There'll be times that will be validating for you. Other events or activities we engage in will be reminders and moments of new information, which hopefully sparks curiosity or intrigue. And other moments may cause discomfort or illuminate the need for personal growth. Whichever one it is, please make sure you take notice of where you are at any given time and support the learning taking place by asking questions and taking notes, all of which are in service of stretching yourself. Let's take a moment and read the following quote by Joe Baylor. What words or phrases in this quote resonate with you? Yes, many of those resonated with me as well. I was specifically struck by broad, multidimensional, requires reasoning, and connection making. Let me ask you something. Is there a lot in this quote? Yeah, absolutely. Does this quote make mathematics seem like a simple set of operations and algorithms? Or does it make you think that mathematics is complex and requires students to make deep meaning and make connections across a set of multiple concepts to be successful? Yeah, absolutely the latter. And that is why we prioritize the need for our students to have access to meaningful math instruction. So let's talk about what is meaningful math instruction. The framework we use at Unbounded to norm what is effective instruction is called GLEAM. Grade level, engaging, affirming, meaningful. Grade level, this has to be a non-negotiable. Classrooms have to use high quality instructional materials that align standards with text and tasks. Engaging, this is teachers planning for scaffolds that allow students to struggle productively to help them access the grade level content. Affirming, this is honoring all students and their varied experiences and backgrounds in the context of grade level learning. Creating space where students feel safe, where they feel supported while they immerse in the learning. Meaningful, helping students to have agency in their learning. It helps students see themselves not only in the classroom, but also understand the social and political context of their community and the world as a whole. For this week, I want to hone in on meaningful instruction. We want our students to be able to advocate for themselves and their communities, build understanding of and critique dominant social and cultural norms within instruction. We want them to draw connections between lesson material and areas of student concern or other socio-political issues. Are you with me? Okay. I'm going to use the fist to five strategy to check our understanding to let me know if you are with me. Make a fist for a 0. That means I have completely confused you. Show me a 5. That means you're good and you can explain this to others. And any number between the fist to 5 is somewhere in between there. Okay, you ready? But also be ready to explain why you chose the number that you did. All right, let's go. Let's see those numbers. Thank you for sharing. Mainly 4s and 5s. That means you all are rock stars. You're right there with me. Let's keep going. But before we keep going, I want to stamp this. The meaningful component of Gleam can bring effective instruction and grade level learning to life and create opportunities for students to feel seen, heard, and valued, thereby deepening their investment in their academic success. I'm going to shift a little bit now. And over the next 2 slides, I'm going to share some research about the brain and how that can connect to providing meaningful math instruction for our students. In 2018, a 2018 meta-analysis examining brain scans from functional magnetic resonance imaging of children 14 years and younger revealed that children's math abilities are linked to brain regions involved in number processing, notably the parietal and frontal lobes. Interesting, the parietal lobe plays a key role in processing sensory information, including the perception of one's physical location in space, which aids in forming a spatial representation of the world. Furthermore, sensory information plays a crucial role in shaping individuals' sense of self and their understanding of their relationship to their environment and the cultural and social experiences they encounter within it. Thus, embedding mathematics in a socio-cultural context can assist students in understanding their world better and in forging connections with new math material. In other words, sensory information helps students engage with math in a concrete, hands-on way, making abstract concepts more understandable. When students see, touch, and manipulate objects, they build stronger connections between math ideas and the real world, leading to deeper understanding and retention of information. Now, I want you to keep this information in mind as we move into the cognitive journey of problem solving. The dynamic process of engaging in mathematical thought can be visually tracked in real time. This was demonstrated in a 2016 Carnegie Mellon University study, where researchers observed the neural activities of individuals as they navigated through sophisticated mathematical challenges that required inventive problem-solving skills. This investigation uncovered a 4-phase problem-solving journey, beginning with encoding, grasping the problem, followed by planning, devising a strategy to solve the problem, then solving, executing that strategy, and finally, responding, arriving at and presenting a solution. These phases stimulated various brain regions, enhancing learning efficacy and memory retention. Linking this cognitive journey and problem solving, it's evident that engaging students in imaginative and constructive mathematical tasks not only enriches learning, but also bolsters long-term memory. Similarly, cultural responsive mathematics instruction employs cultural context as a foundational pillars for deeper understanding, thereby amplifying cognitive capabilities and refining the skills needed for processing information. What does all of this mean? Meaningful math instruction using socio-cultural context as a scaffold for deeper connections builds students' brain power and improves information processing skills. Okay, a lot of research there, a lot of talk. I know that was a lot, but I want to provide you with an opportunity to process this with a partner now. We're going to take the next few minutes to reflect on the last two slides and identify one key takeaway, one connection to your current work, and one question you may still have. Each group will pick one of the three to share with the larger group in about 4 minutes, so not a lot of time. Okay, you ready? Let's go. All right, let's share out. Thank you for sharing. Your insight was amazing. And again, I want to put a stamp on this because it is very important. Using socio-cultural context as a scaffold, such as real-world problem examples, collaborative discussions, and culturally relevant problems, helps strengthen these cognitive connections, making math more meaningful, accessible, and applicable to student lives. This is getting good, isn't it? But let's take it a little bit further. At Unbound Ed, we've created a classification for tasks that we believe support teachers as they strengthen their ability to help students realize and understand the math all around them. The first classification is surface level. This is the level most of our tasks occupy. We've had moments when students have beamed from seeing their names or favorite locations mentioned in a math problem. However, at Unbounded, we insist that teachers persist toward a deeper connection with the mathematics. The next classification is the relevant level. The relevant level of on the meaningful spectrum includes creating a deeper connection by not only changing the names, but slightly adjusting the context of a problem so it connects to a student's interest. This level is powerful, but remember, our Gleam goal is to use math to become aware of and analyze the world we live in and identify opportunities for awareness, advocacy, and/or improvement. That's the final level of the spectrum. Meaningful instruction. Meaningful instruction means students understand and critique dominant cultural norms and examine their community's social position to foster a sense of advocacy and change. Meaningful instruction can look like this: addressing local or community-based issues and topics, making connections, or applying that to the real world in ways that connect to students' lived experiences and or to challenge inequities. Let's pause for a second because this is really important. Are there any questions? Wow, no, great. Before we move on, I want each of you to write a brief response to one of the following prompts. The prompts are written on the chart on the wall. What is one key insight you gained about making math meaningful? Or how would you explain this concept to a colleague? Or what is one question you still have? Be prepared to share reflections in about 4 minutes. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Wow, those were excellent reflections and insight. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. But now we are going to go a little bit deeper to examine what it looks like to make math more meaningful to students. Let's process the sixth grade math task we looked at yesterday. Let's identify what could change in the task as it progressed from its original state to a meaningful task. Let's start with surface level. What could we change to make this a surface level task? Yes, we could include the students' names or locations in the problem. Excellent. But let's do it again. But this time, let's make it a relevant task. What could we do to make it relevant? And again, yes, excellent job. Yes, we could add context in framing the problem. For example, imagine you're framing a picture to hang in your room. The frame goes around the picture just like the perimeter goes around a rectangle. To find out how much framing material we need, we calculate the perimeter. Excellent. But now let's make it meaningful. What could we change to make this meaningful? Yes, yes. And to add on to what you're already saying is, how about we engage the students in a project or a problem that has real world significance and integrates cross-curricular connections? Not only would this make the concept of perimeter more meaningful by tying it to significant, impactful applications, but also enhances the students' engagement, understanding, and appreciation of mathematics. Its real and its relevance to their lives and the world around them. All right. It's a lot. Are you with me? Again, let's use our fist of five to check for our understanding to let me know if you're with me or not. Make a fist for a zero. I've completely confused you, or show me a five. You're good and you're ready to explain this to others. Oh, great. Awesome. Fours and fives again. So let's stamp our learning for today. I want you to write and then share with a partner at your table one specific way you can apply what you've learned today back at your school, your network, or in your department. You can refer to the chart on the wall and frame it as, how will you use this concept in your work? Or what is one action you can take back based on today's learning? Be prepared to share out in about 5 minutes. Great job, everyone. Thank you. Those were some great reflections and specific next steps to take back when you get home. You all were amazing today. And I want to close out by reminding everyone, in order to make math more meaningful for students, we must go beyond and create rote procedures and create opportunities for exploration, reasoning, and real-world application. By fostering a learning environment that values curiosity, collaboration, and culturally relevant connections, we help students see math as a powerful tool for understanding and shaping their world. Also, and just as important, meaningful math instruction will help our students create a positive math identity and a sense of belonging to their community and the world as a whole. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's session as much as I have.